This cannot be allowed! The administrator of the School of Spirit Power was nearly choking with rage. However, he could only display emotions of such intensity towards candidates of lower ranks. Our diamond rank made us impervious to his vitriol. If he had spoken softly, like Mentor Guerlin, I might have been concerned. I sighed, looked upwards, as if beseeching heaven to grant me strength, and reiterated, "Is this point stated explicitly in the rules of a School of Spirit Power? Could Junior please demonstrate the corresponding passage to me?" "Whether or not it's written down is irrelevant. What you are asking for is unacceptable." That brings us back to the rules concerning what is and what isn't acceptable. So who determines that? Perhaps you, Junior? I emphasized the rank of my interlocutor, a grown man, which only angered him further. The golden-ranked candidate had grown accustomed to being near omnipotent within the vast domain of a school, yet here was a strange pair of seekers breaking every imaginable rule, and no one could do anything about us. The seeker's plaque guaranteed our immunity. More accurately, it guaranteed the possibility of retaliation against any upstarts causing trouble, and the sight of 3 thoroughly stripped sophomore students lying on the ground nearby and groaning piteously gave any would-be aggressors second thoughts. We hadn't killed anyone, but Vilea couldn't restrain herself and removed a few fingers from a particularly vocal commentator. Who could blame her? Certainly not me. This fool had dared to tell my companion that a beauty such as her could find someone better looking than yours truly for company, and that he, the embodiment of a Deforian Empire's bright future, was better suited to taking care of a girl like her. Now, it seemed, he'd need to take care of having his fingers reattached before he could pay attention to any of his other concerns. "I will complain to the headmaster!" The administrator finally decided to play his trump card. "You are free to do all that the rules of a School of Spirit Power allow you to. You may complain or choose to refrain from complaining. You may argue, you may shout, but most importantly, the rules do not forbid you from providing the 2 of us with private accommodation. And us seekers stick together, Junior. Do you object to that?" I struggled to keep a smirk off my face. The students of the School of Spirit Power were housed in several common barracks, boys and girls separately, and these barracks were positioned as far away as possible from all the important places on school premises, such as training grounds, dining halls, academic buildings, and workshops. However, some of the particularly distinguished students were housed in small cottages, where they could indulge in relaxing pastimes such as meditation while they prepared for their classes and whatnot. There were few such cottages and many contenders for them. For the most part, they were reserved for the offspring of the major houses. The rules forbade them from staying in their family residences, without official permission from the head of a school at least. The school year was to start only in a month for the freshmen, so some of the lodgings were currently empty, but the administrator understood that if we moved in, evicting us would become impossible. Moreover, he found our demand to live under one roof completely scandalous. Yet such were the wishes of our official mentor, an overlord of the silver rank.